Welcome, you two friends and family, to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So you might be like, where are you? And why do you look so odd? Well, I'm up in my craft room, and you're resting on the sewing machine. I am finishing up my last order. So I have one person I know we've communicated, so we're waiting on a check. That's totally fine. And then I'll have this order and another order, you know who you are, that I got your check. And so I'm going to be mailing that today. So, question, where did my lashes go? Well, y'all, I've decided for now, and maybe forever, I don't know, that I'm not going to do lashes. And here is why. I looked at the cost. And guys, I'm not saying that if you're on a budget, you can never have anything nice. I can't ever have anything nice, because that's not true. You can plan for it. You can save for it. You can identify your priorities. And sometimes your priorities, mine might be different than yours. You know, my lashes, I really enjoyed having them. Sorry, guys. Little piece of probably fabric lint. Anyway, I just can't justify paying that amount of money, because in the interim, when I didn't get them done, something changed with the glue, and I'm going to forever hold to that. My lash lady, who does a wonderful job, swears nothing's changed. I even asked my doctor if medication could be causing it, and she said no. The lashes will not stay on. They fall out en masse, and a lot of times they take your real lashes with it. So I've got a lot of missing lashes now, because that's what happens when they all fall out at once. No big deal. I mean, I still have lashes. I just have less lashes. So I'm just gonna go without. I honestly think I've got a little eye makeup on. I honestly think I look better without the eye makeup. I'm just trying some different things. And then once my lashes grow back a little bit, if I want to wear mascara, I can. Okay, enough about you, Kym. So where have I been? I want to share with you all. I saw my pulmonologist this week. I was wrong. I thought I had 2 appointments in 1 week. Seems like every week I've got a couple appointments. But let's see. This week I saw the pulmonologist. Last week I had my Imfinzi, which is my immunotherapy treatment. My blood work, so the doc did all the things, right? And I had not seen Dr. Alice Schramm, my pulmonologist, since he did all my biopsies. So he pulled up, and I could really see my scan from when the cancer was diagnosed and my scan that I had about a month ago, a little over a month ago. And his words were amazing and dramatic improvement. And for the first time, y'all, I could really see, because he blew it up real big. Of course, you know, your lungs look this big, but I could see the difference between a big tumor and a small tumor. And I told him, I said, well, I was disappointed because I was hoping the tumor would be gone. And he said, Kym, it's going to take a very long time for your body to clean up that dead tumor, and for it to not be there and it just be a scar. I had, even my own oncologist hadn't explained it to me that way. So I was really glad to understand it a little better. He did give me a caution. The Imfinzi that I'm on can cause a pulmonary inflammation or a lung inflammation that causes a chronic cough, and you have to go on steroids. And I was like, can I just have the steroids and not get the disease? Because I feel better when I'm on steroids, but they're not good for you long term. So anyway, I don't have that. And I've been kind of short of breath, guys. I don't know why, for the last few days. And his take on it was, don't get rid of your oxygen yet. Not because I think you're going to get worse and need it, but because as you do more, you're going to find you may need it. And it's better to push your lungs a little bit and use the oxygen than to lay around and not use the oxygen and not live your life. So I thought that was pretty good advice. So let me get this canning mat. You know, that thing I'm sewing on. Let me get that made, and then let's see. Miss Jill, yours will be boxed up shortly. Jill? I think it's Jill. I don't want to say the wrong person's name. Yeah, Jill. And then I'm working on Grace. So, guys, then I've had a couple people ask, and so I'm just going to tell you, if you really want something, go ahead and send me the email. It's fine. I'm completely out of the Thanksgiving fabric. I went back to Hobby Lobby. They didn't have any more because I did that big custom order for my cousin. So this is the last piece, just the right size. I cut a little bit off, but it was just the right size for a canning mat. So if you do want something, let me know. Will I be doing more sewing and offering different things? I absolutely will. I just need a little break from sewing because I want to work on some crafts and I want to get my house decorated because it's approaching September, and hello, September 1, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? So let me get to sewing here. I can sit and talk and not do it. And it's getting hot up here already. Although today we're supposed to start a cooling trend in the 70s for a few days because we've been around 90 and the humidity has been unbearable. So I'm blaming my breathing on that. All right, guys, I'm going to get busy. I thought I would show you my little outdoor girly. Do you want to say hi, pretty kitty? Oh, there goes another kitty. You're all right. Table's dirty. My girly girls are still on the roost, if you can see them over there. Hello, Miss Pretty. I don't try to pet her, but she doesn't run from me. And y'all, I've got a lot of tomatoes, but the heat is getting to it in places, as you can see. But yep, that's my girl I call Pretty Kitty. All right, y'all. Whew. This is probably going to be entitled All of the Odds and Ends because I do have a lot of odds and ends to talk about. Y'all like the silver part of my hair? Still haven't colored it. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to look really different with no eyelashes because I know myself and I won't wear mascara and silver hair, but I like the color where it's coming in. I like it. So it's just going to take a long time to be at the bottom. Anyway, let's talk just a minute about budget. So y'all, I'm happy to say I've gotten into the routine and I've been recording all of my spending. So what I have realized is I need to separate my business money from my personal money, I guess, to really tell how I'm doing. But best I can tell, I am going to be at this point in the month about $400 ahead balance-wise in my checking than I was at the end of the month in July. And I still have a lot of money in my little billfold things because, you know, some of those things are quarterly. So I'm saving up, or annually. So I'm saving for that. So that makes me feel good. Am I going to leave them the whole time? No. I'm going to move them over to the bank. I might put them in my savings just to keep that as a difference, so I know when my taxes and insurance come, you know, I know where to go get the money for it. But I want to wait till the end of the month because if you remember when we did our cash stuffing, I didn't have enough to pay my monthly cost on taxes and insurance. So I put in what I could. So there's maybe $500 sitting there and I need closer to $600. Anyway, I have a suggestion, y'all. a long, long time ago, I shared this on my channel, and that is the app called Fetch. Like, you know, here dog, Fetch. And I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. If you sign up, when you snap your first receipt, you will get a credit for signing up, and I will get a credit, and credit meaning points. Yes, it can be a pain snapping all the receipts, but you can actually link things like Walmart, Amazon, I forget what all, that's the only two things I have linked. So it will automatically scan for any new purchases. Now, I had shared, and I don't expect y'all to remember all this, but I had a credit, but I didn't really have a credit. Yeah, on Amazon. So I owe about $20, and that's cat food and an over-the-counter medication that I had to have. So, yeah, I mean, that's just life sometimes. So I looked in my Fetch, and I have enough that I've converted it over to $13 gift card, lucky 13. And if I would have been snapping more, because I'm not always good about, because you can snap anything. Anything would be at least 25 points. And then they have brand promotions like Procter & Gamble or Frito-Lay. Why don't buy name brand stuff? So it takes me a while to get the money or the points to convert into cards. But they have gift cards for like everything. And I promise you all, I've been doing this for like 5 years. My son does it too. It is so worth it. It's free money. So I encourage you all, go ahead and download Fetch. It's super simple to use. There's a snap button. That's all there is to it. So I'm really happy. And I also like my system. Now, I know some of you might be like, I don't want the cash. And I've shared when it's cold out and snowy out because of where I live, I may decide to use Monopoly money. But there is something so wonderful about opening up Amazon, which I did yesterday, and I was like, that is the cutest Halloween rug for the front porch, and it was 4 foot long, and it was on sale. But I actually am in the hole on Amazon because I don't have any money left in that envelope to pay it. So no, I'm not going to get it. And guys, I don't need it. I probably have 4 or 5 outdoor rugs. Pardon me. I just like the looks of fall stuff, and I like to have lots of decor. But I need to chill. All right, what are we going to be doing? Well, I want to share a purchase I made before all of the budgeting things. Let me find the one I'm after. And these are for window clings. Sort of say Klingon, I think that's a Star Trek thing. But you can see here, if you put everything on, that's what the seam would look like. So it'd be beautiful if you have a big picture window. Well, I don't, and I want to look at them. So I'm actually going to not cut, but, you know, only put like part of it on my kitchen window, and it's very harvest Thanksgiving, so this is going to stay. It's not going to be Halloweenish. And is that little bunny so cute? I thought of Tessie when I saw that because I know she likes rabbits. But they're beautiful. And they're all numbered like this. Now, I got these on sale. But I promise you I will leave the link. I say that, guys, and then sometimes I forget or I get lazy or whatsoever. So I decided to do some harvest decorating. And because it's cooler today, I'm going to make some applesauce raisin bread. It's a sweet bread. It's one of my favorites. And the recipe I'm using is from, well, it's underneath here, Paula Deen. So it's not real sweet, and she's diabetic too, but it has a lot of butter in it. Butter good. So you may notice I've taken down my window curtains because years ago, and I don't think I put these up last year, I purchased this valance. Isn't that cute? And you could even make them, guys. I have my, let me tip you down. I have my Thanksgiving runner, but I figure it just looks fallish. It's only this for Thanksgiving. I have it on the counter because I'm starting to put little touches here and there, and I love it. I love it. But I'm going to put this up, and then I have some of these. Now, these came from Hobby Lobby, but again, years ago, and these are wool. They're itchy. And I have also a very twisted one of these. So I like to hang them over the curtain rod. So I have a window here and then a window over here that you'll catch me looking out of when I see the kitties and the when the chickens are out. But I have to stay out with them now. Yeah, I look out that window a lot. So I took the stained glass piece out. Both of the windows need a good clean. Then I've ironed, if I don't, well, shoot, take it. Now I've leaned on them. I ironed both of my balances. So let's put those up, and then I'll hang those, wash the window, and then we'll get to decorating the window with the window clings, and then we're gonna make some bread. So I hope you'll stay tuned. I did a little research instead of just telling you that it wasn't very expensive. This is what it comes in. So you can pull them off, re-stick them on the backing sheets and use them year after year. And if they don't want to cling, like they get oil from your hands, or if your window's dirty when you put them on, you can just clean them with a little bit of like Windexy type stuff. Rubbing alcohol, it all works because there's no adhesive on it. $11.99 was what they are right now. And it's Amazon free same-day delivery. And y'all, please excuse my shortness of breath. I can't help it. So I've got to figure out if this is what it looks like. I think these leaves and the birdhouse need to go on the other window over there because it's a bigger window. It's lower, so I have a little bit more room. So I'm thinking I just want from where it says number 4 over to number 9 on this window. I think it will fit. So let's start putting it on here. I'm not real great at, okay, so I guess this is the bottom. So let's see, I'm using number 1 just because it's the bottom left. Oh, these are nice, they peel off nice. I don't know if you've ever gotten like a window cling, and this is supposed to be like that, where it's not so nice and it tears. I've had those, but gosh, that's gonna look really nice, isn't it? Okay, so 4, 3, 2. Here's 2. So let's get the top of that gourd because that's gonna bug me. Y'all, I'm just, even though I'm a little short of breath, I know y'all still love me. Even though I have no eyelashes right now. A blank look on my face, and half my hair's missing. Y'all don't care, and I appreciate that. I have not had, well, some of you were probably on that live I did back when I was doing lives, when that filler made me cry. He didn't make me cry. I let myself cry he made fun of me having cancer, and it's not funny, y'all. 4. Well, where's that little fella reaching up? Oh. Well, I'll forewarn you, they do kind of stick together. Look at this little guy. He's actually reaching up. So he goes, oh, Lordy. I hope he'll fit. Well, if not, we might have to modify a little bit. He might have to set on the pumpkins. Oops. Oh, well, his tail's a different piece. Oh, no, he's going to be fine. What's he setting on? Oh, he is setting on the pumpkin. Okay. Oops. And the nice thing is, if you get a wrinkle, you can just pull it out. So let me put his tail on. And then Y'all, I'm going to finish this window off camera. Oops, that's not right. So that you're not like, okay, this is like boring. I had somebody comment on an old video of mine that said, this was the biggest waste of my time. Sorry. Talk to Jesus, maybe you can get your time back. I don't know about people. You know, if you feel like it's wasting your time, click off. Don't be hateful to me. Well, now he's got a gap in his tail. Okay, there we go. No gap now. Isn't that cute, y'all? All right, let me finish, and I'll bring you back and show you how cute the window's going to look. As you all see, this is a much deeper window. Please ignore the lack of cleanliness outside. So much to do. But I had a lot left over, and I will show you the final reveal when we're all done here. But I really like that it has kind of the cheat sheet to let you know what it's going to look like when you finish up. So, we've got leaves. Nope, that's not right. Okay. Leaves. I'm thinking I might do the leaves across the top here. What do you think, guys? Oop. Don't fall over. All right, let me get to working. I'll bring you back and show you the final reveal of both. Okay, y'all. Window clings on, curtain, and the little decorative, I don't know what you call it, roping. The apple pie and the little Thanksgiving, I don't know how to point, obviously, came from my friend April. Thank you, sweet April. And so it's starting to look kind of fallish in here. This morning I drank out of a fall coffee cup. I've removed a lot of the summery things. Let me show you here. I don't know if y'all can see the window. Yeah, that looks out into the backyard. Need to clean up a little bit on there, just saying. And, you know, here on the counter, I have just a few things. One of my handmade runners, some fall candles, a little pumpkin. So I'm getting there. A little fall tea towel over here on the mixer. So, yeah, slowly but surely. I like to do it a little bit at a time, live with it a few days, and then see, okay, I like it, or that's kind of in the way. So we're going to actually have a part 2 to do the applesauce spread. Because, y'all, I'm sure you can tell I'm so out of breath today. So I'm not going to push myself beyond what I can. Plus, the video is getting kind of long. So I hope you've enjoyed my little window cling project. So for $12, you could have years of fun. It's something that littles or grandkids can do. It is a choking hazard. Just know that, you know, for kids still prone to put things in their mouth. But I think that they're absolutely adorable. And guys, I got a huge one for my front storm door that is definitely Halloween. So I'm gonna go rest up, not be so short of breath. My Lord, I have an inhaler, maybe I should use it. All right, guys, if you'd do me a big favor, go ahead and smash that like button. Drop me a comment below. What was the favorite part of the video? Because we did a little bit of everything today. And I still have to run to the post office, but that's only a short distance away from where I live, so it won't be too bad. And let's see, I think that's all. But until I see you again, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and y'all take care.